Wrapping up, we're still on the path to achieving autonomous vehicle safety. There are a number of challenges still remaining. The first is that there needs to be a cultural reconciliation within the industry. We need to get safety for on-road testing right. The driver and the vehicle need to work together to make sure that there are no more crashes that make the news and degrade trust in the industry even further. The good news is SAE standard J3018 exists and would help. The bad news is that most of the companies in the industry not only aren't pledging to follow it, but are actually fighting against regulations that would require that they follow it. The industry in general needs to mature beyond a rush demo mentality. I understand the pressing need to raise the next round of funding, but if getting the next funding demo to work involves cutting corners on safety, eventually that's going to come back to bite not only that company, but the entire industry with a loss of trust. We need to have stakeholder trust for acceptable safety. The technical problems need to be resolved. There needs to be system-level safety for machine learning, and that's still a work in progress. But we also need to normalize the practice of independent safety assessments. What we found in every other safety-critical industry is that if there is no independent assessment of safety, you don't get safety. And right now, the industry is fighting very hard against independent assessments, especially from external agencies, and that's going to need to change for us to really get safety. The industry needs to embrace safety standards. Right now, they're the only safety-critical industry that doesn't really want to follow their own standards, and that's going to have to change. We need to reform the standards optional regulatory approach taken now. Now, the industry can do that on its own, or they can have the regulators come in later after big crash. It's up to them, but that change is going to happen to actually get safety at scale. We need to do traditional software safety, plus, critically, we need to be able to account for unknown unknowns at deployment, which is a new thing for any safety-critical industry. The good news is that the ANSI UL 4600 standard specifically addresses the unknown problem by using field feedback to help improve both the system and the process.